Hi everyone. So people who are watching this video might have given CAT, NMAT, SNAP and the other couple of other examination which has happened till now in the year 2020, and you guys can get to know whether it was good, bad, ugly, whatever it was. Now my only focus is, before you guys give up, the only objective for us is to crack one last exam which we have got on the national level called as XAT, which is going to happen in the month of January 2021, which can still open the door for you to go into the top colleges what CAD can actually give you. Okay, so this video will give you a whole gist about what needs to be done and how it needs to be done to crack XAT 2021 examination. But before I tell you what needs to be done, let's talk about why cracking XAT is way much more easier than cracking CAT examination. And we'll talk about the numerical indications. It's not the subjective Gyan which you will be getting. So let's talk about the numerical indication about the number of people who are writing CAT and XAT. Now, around about 2.3 lakh people registered for the exam of CAT, and around about 75,000 people appear or register for the XAT examination. Due to pandemic, last year the number was around 2 lakhs. This time we are expecting 1.7 to 1.8. Even 1.8 I'm expecting it to be optimistically way too high. It is idly in the range of 1.6 to 1.65 lakh people only who have written CAT. On the other hand, we have got XAT where only 68,000 people will roughly go for the examination due to pandemic. Now, if I include the top 20 IIMs, SPG and MDI, Gurgaon, FMS, IMT Ghaziabad, top IITs and the other great business schools, the total number of seats intake that we have got is around about 6,400. On the other hand, colleges which take XAT, which includes XLRI, XIMB, TAPMI, Goa Institution of Management, IMT Ghaziabad, KG Somaiya and Wellinkar, if I talk about the number of seats which are available here, it's around about 2,000. Okay. Now, if someone gets 97 percentile plus, he can be a little bit more secured that he's going to go to a good college. That is CAT. So you guys have given CAT. You guys have your raw score. You guys can very well check what level of percentile you are expecting in the given CAT examination. On the other hand, if I talk about XAT, the cutoff for XLRI Jamshedpur is about 95 percentile plus. Okay, the general percentile is 95 plus. The conversion on the safer side will happen 98 on 98 percentile plus. But if I talk about the range of percentile which are applicable for the good colleges, it's between 72 to 98 percentile. So even if I include the college called as KG Somaiya or Simsar based out in Mumbai, KG Somaiya will give you a call on 72 percentile also in XAT examination. TAPMI, then you talk about Goa Institution of Management, Great Lakes. These are the colleges which will give you a call on round about 85 percentile in the given XAT examination. Clear? So even if my percentile is low, still I can go into the top colleges via XAT, which I was not able to via CAT examination. So my only objective is you guys have to take this exam way much more seriously than what it seems. Now, if I talk about the top colleges which accepts the XAT examination for the year 2021, you guys know it's XLRI, XIMB, MICA accepts it too, Great Lakes, Tapni, KG Somaiya, Wellinkar, IMT Ghaziabad, GIM. So these are 9, 10 good colleges. There are other colleges also in the list, but these are top 10 good colleges that you should consider. And the percentile is also not that really high. So be it MICA, Great Lakes, Tapni, you can see on the level of 80 to 85 percentile also you can expect the calls coming in. KG Somaiya and Wellinkar, these are two good colleges in tier 2 category, which can even give you a call on 70 to 72 percentile also. GIM Goa is also 80 plus. IMT Ghaziabad is around about quite high. So IMT Ghaziabad almost keeps the same percentile cutoff whether you come from CAT or you come for XAT. Okay, but 90 plus XIMB will also give you a call, right? So nothing to worry about. Even if my percentile is low, even if it is in the range of 80 to 85, you can expect all the good colleges coming up in the list. If you are able to crack 90 plus, you can see IMT Ghaziabad XIMB coming in the picture, and 95 plus. If the section cutoff has been maintained decently well, if your academics are pretty sorted, then XLRI can also give you a call. The best part is the application status for all these colleges are on. So what are you guys waiting for? The only objective is that depending on the category of business schools you want to fill up the application for, make sure that the application forms are filled due in time so that you can sit for the process very well. Okay. Now, since you guys have done some research on the paper pattern, well, this time in the year 2021 exam of XAT, you will have 27 questions coming up in math or quantitative aptitude along with data interpolation, 21 questions coming up in DM, which is going to be the key changer. So in a nutshell, if I have to tell you what's going to decide who's going to go to XLRI, XIMB, IMT Ghaziabad, and the other great colleges of India? It's the section of decision making. Why? Because, dude, quantitative aptitude, data interpretation, verbal ability, you guys have done in CAT, SNAP, and MAT, all the other preparation, right? So the only new thing that you need to do, in which you have to be way much more mature while solving the questions, is going to be DM. And verbal ability and logical reasoning, you can see around about 26 questions coming up. Okay, GK will not have any negative marking. There will be 25 questions coming up. We'll have a detailed discussion about what needs to be done in each section. But the only objective is going to be decision making, which you have to work on. Now, since if you guys have done thorough preparation for CAT examination, there's no requirement for you to ask yourself, ask your colleagues and your mentors that what more needs to be done in XAT. Yes, there would be some specific things, but more or less whatever you have prepared for CAT will help you out with XAT. Only the new thing is going to be decision making, which will talk about what needs to be done and how it needs to be done to crack these DM-based questions. Negative marking is 0.25. The overall time that you have for the paper is 165 minutes for the scoring section. Okay, now let's talk about the important part. So the only objective that I want and request is, before you start judging yourself, but before you even start discussing with your mentors what needs to be done, understand where do you stand as of now, which means take the first diet mock and then call your mentors to discuss about what has happened in the mock test that you have given just now. Okay, so around about 26, 21, 28 questions is going to come up in the scoring section of that paper. Now, marks per question, is 1 minute, and overall score also, the only objective is the time management and the good attempt. So when I'm talking about the good attempt, it's 99 percentile plus what I'm expecting. So my good attempts is for people who are expecting 99 percentile plus, for who are considering XLRI Jamshedpur to be the top college to get into. Okay, so each of the given section is going to be equally important. There's no sectional timing, but still you would have to make sure that there's some stipulated time that you're devoting per section. So around about 55 minutes, 50 to 55 minutes per section you can keep for verbal, decision making, and quantitative aptitude. The number of questions is more or less same. DM will take more time, so per question, so it is um, less number of questions which has got featured. Let's talk about the good attempt. When I'm talking about good attempt, it also means you also have to maintain some accuracy, right? So my accuracy percentage should be in the range of 80 to 85 percentage. I repeat, the accuracy which I'm expecting is 80 to 85 percentage. In verbal ability, in 55 minutes, you would be able to solve around 16 to 18 questions. In decision making, you can solve around 14 to 15 questions. And in math and DI, you can solve around about 17 to 18 questions. Is what you need to do. Okay, and also you guys have to maintain that the overall accuracy level is in the range of about 80 to 85 percentage, which will take care of the cutoff required for XLRI Jamshedpur also. And I'm sure that for following this time management and the attempt with accuracy combination, very well you will see 9 plus percentile plus coming up in the XAT paper. And obviously before we even discuss with someone, you would have to see how much accuracy, how much marks, how much attempts you are able to maintain in the mock test. So before you guys give a call to your mentors, make sure that the first mock test you have to take live, the snap is over in the next 2 days, brush up your basic skills, follow some DM rules and questions, and take a first mock test. GK out of 35 questions, you can expect around 14-15 questions would be quite easy and moderate, which you can solve. There's no negative marking, so obviously you will attempt all of them. Okay. Now, if I talk about the section-wise analysis and the overview about not just 2020, but over the years, what XAT is giving you questions and what needs to be done here. Now, let's talk about in detail about XAT 2020. Now, the logical reasoning and VA is going to be combined. So you will see the sentence corrections questions, fill in the blank questions, para-jumbled questions will be the key feature of your verbal ability section. Sentence correction was not a feature of CAT, but you have practice in your for the other examination, which is going to help you out. Fill in the blanks will also be moderate. So these 4 questions I don't have to worry about. These will be quite easy. Will be easy questions that you can surely practice very well. Now, if I talk about para-jumbled, whatever you have done for CAT will surely help you out for the XAT, which are para-jumbled section also. Critical reasoning is the new thing that you need to do. I'm sure you have practiced in bits and pieces for CAT critical reasoning, but it's going to be slightly more advanced and intensive. And if I see the number of questions is also quite high, so around about 4 questions we can focus on the critical reasoning section also. Clear? Passages, I'm sure you guys have done and key have not lost the charm of practicing the reading comprehension passage a day. So what I advise is take that actual RCs on how many? Let's say 2 to 3 RCs per day. Given the amount of time that we have got, the number of days that we have got in our hand, 2 to 3 RCs from the previous year's that paper will take care of the VARC section also very well. Talking about decision making, so there are categories of question which comes up in decision making, whether it's talk about the business decision making, ethical dilemmas, or sometimes you'll see financial um, analysis or miscellaneous key slips coming up. But over the years, the the last 2 years, if I see, you will see majority of the questions are usually inclined towards ethical dilemma and business decision making only, and both of them are equally important. So it is not the case what is more important, what is less important. So so this you will find a PDF which is named as 101 Ethical Dilemma book. If you do a Google search, you can start practicing from here. And also we are taking some good workshops which I'll discuss in the end, which is going to take care of you decision making section altogether. But decision making is going to be the key which you have to focus on. Now, unlike CAT paper, which was predominantly heavily weighted by arithmetic and algebra, the section of your XAT quant section is going to be heavily weighted by two most important part, which is arithmetic and geometry, right? So 7 questions of arithmetic and 6 questions of geometry will take about 13 questions for you. And then modern math. So let me consider arithmetic, geometry and modern math will be the key important modules for which you have to focus on. So if it is coordinate geometry or if it is modern math, permutation, combination, probability, progression in series, anything which is not being done till now, even after CAT exam, make sure that you guys practice seriously, putting a lot of efforts behind this so that we are able to crack each and every question which is going to come up in these 3 sections. Obviously, algebra and number system, you can either skip it, and even if your accuracy is 50%, at least one question you would be able to solve. Okay. DI, you will see maximum number of times the tables and the multiple graphs coming up here. Okay. So math is, as said, your focus was on arithmetic, algebra and CAT. For you, in that, it's going to be arithmetic, geometry and modern math that you need to focus on. Okay. Now, if I talk about the score that you need to get in the mock test, okay, if you guys are expecting 99 percentile plus, round about 2022 paper, 2020 paper, 19 paper, 18 paper, 17 paper, your score has to be 40 plus. If you're expecting 96, let's say if you're for 96, your overall score should be around 4 or 5 marks less. 35, 36 will also give you 96 percentile. अगर आपको 30 मार्क्स आ रहे हैं तो ऑब्वियसली आपके पास बाकी कॉलेजेस IIMT गाजियाबाद XAT तो ओपन हो ही रहा है ना. आपके 25 मार्क ही आ रहे हैं मान लो. इफ इट इज ओनली 25 मार्क्स देन 25 मार्क में भी आपके पास कम से कम गोवा इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ मैनेजमेंट, ग्रेट लेक्स और GA जैसे कॉलेजेस आपके पास ओपन हो जाएंगे. अगर आपके पास 20 से 22 मार्क आ रहे हैं तो भी कम से कम KJ सोमैया और वेलिंगकर जैसे टॉप कॉलेजेस भी आपको कॉल देंगे. क्लियर? सो दिस शुड बी अ वेरी क्लियर पिक्चर इन आवर माइंड that what marks am I expecting and what needs to be done more to raise my score from 20 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40. The aim is to get 99 percentile in the XAT examination, which you have to work on. Clear? Talking about the upcoming workshop on 23rd and 24th, we are coming up live. It's going to be 2 days of intensive XAT workshop that we are keeping. It's going to be 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. The alumni of XLRI will also join us. We'll talk about all the important strategic pointers of XAT 2021, what should level of attempt you need to keep, what preparation plan you need to keep for getting 98 percentile plus in the XAT exam, and the most important decision making part which you have to work on. All the mentors of MBAP will teach you live here the important elements and the 7-factor rule which you need to consider for decision making questions. In the description box, you'll find all the important links, so make sure you see the description box well and register for the upcoming workshop. Thank you so very much. I wish you all the best for the upcoming workshop. Stay tuned.